Hi folks, so I've finally done it. I've hit 100 subscribers on this YouTube channel, which feels like a bit of a milestone, and I thought I'd do a little video to celebrate. Thank you to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's egged me on, supported my channel, Pete running my server over in Cambridge, my mate Stuart who's avidly been watching the videos, people who have donated as well. Your man from Bury St Edmunds donated a few parts. Just thank you. I can't name you all. Thank you everyone. One of my viewers did ask on my last Don't Get Whammed video what I was going to do to celebrate. Well mate, obviously what else? I'm going to have a race. If you, that's on the Don't Get Whammed video. Just to note, so that's a Christmas song for sim racers. But if you've followed the whole race department thread, don't worry, you can't get whammed by watching that video because it's not the original recording of Wham. Different lyrics. Anyway, so yeah, to celebrate, I thought I'd do another VR video using, seeing as I've been doing a series on the AI and Automobilista 2, I found a great combination to do this with. So I've done a race with the 2020 V8 stock cars at Hockenheim, one of my all-time favourite tracks, with weather and pit stops in VR. Even Garfield came out to cheer me on for this one and help me celebrate. So, you know, thanks everyone. Please keep subscribing, and I hope I can provide you with some good entertainment in this video. Let's go racing. Cheers. Okay, so here we are in Automobilista 2 from Reza Studios, and before I get into this video, just for your reference, as people have asked several times, these are my audio settings. Pause the video there if you need to scrutinize those. These are my graphics settings, bearing in mind I'm using a Pimax headset here, and let's see now, these are my force feedback settings. There you go. There's my configuration. Very important, that sensitivity being at 50. So you can pause the video there if you need to see any of those. Don't think there's anything else I need to show you. Right, let's get into it. So what we're going to do this time round, the combination that I have found is this. It is the 2020 Chevrolet V8 stock car at Hockenheim, one of my favourite all-time tracks. This version, of course, designed by Herman Tilke, after the old circuit and the forestry section were taken out. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a 20-minute race, and we are going for 2 weather slots. We're going to have a little bit of sun, and then it's going to turn to rain, because unlike for my last video, the Lancers, the AI for these cars don't give up when it rains. So we've got weather progression set to 5 times, so it should change around halfway through the race. Our opponent settings. Now, I've been qualifying with these guys in about 8th or 11th place. But that's with 97% difficulty. I'm taking that down to 95, just to account that a little bit of my tiny brain is going to have to deal with commentating. So my racing ability will be slightly diminished. So I'm taking that down. We've got 60% on the aggression slider, and we're going to have 30 cars, including me, on track. So I'm going to run a little qualifying session. Don't worry, you won't have to sit through that. I'm just going to get into that and see what position I can get, and then we'll go straight to race. I'll do that off camera. We've got the Chevrolet with 450 brake horsepower. This car is actually mid-engine, but the engine is closer to the front rather than the rear, as traditionally a mid-engine car is. So it's in between the front and rear wheels, but it's towards the front. The driver sits way back with his head just after the centre posts between the 2 doors. And in VR, that's really easy to see. And this car, I've driven it many times, but I feel like I'm only just getting to know it after playing around with some setups which have made it a lot easier for me to handle. So basically with this car, it's quite squirrely when you try it. So for instance, here at Hockenheim, we've got the hairpin, and you come out of there in a very low gear, maybe second or even first, and then when you put your foot down, the back end wants to come around on you. So what I've done is I've taken the differential settings down a little bit to allow for less lock, and that's helped the car a lot. Right, so I'm going to go and do my qualifying session, see where I come, and I'll see you very soon, well, for the race. Well, folks, unbelievably, it looks like I've actually managed to qualify in second. Don't know how that happened. Maybe because, I've dropped the AI by a couple of percent and I wasn't having to talk, so I've got a better place. But just whilst we're waiting for the race to start, look how far back you sit in this car. It's just, I look to my left and I'm behind the doorposts, and in VR, of course, I get to take account of this huge centre mirror. Look at the size of that. But yeah, second position. Well, guys, I hope I can put on a good show for you. Still in second place with a 149.1. So hopefully I'll put on a good show. We'll see how long I stay in second position. I don't think it's going to be that long, but I do have Garfield over here to cheer me on, and he's holding up his FANATEC sign, because like me, he's a FANATEC fan. See what I did there? No, but yeah. Anyway, so let's get on with it. So we've got, oh, the counter seems to have stopped at 5 seconds. Don't tell me everything's crashed. Resume. It's because I'm sitting in the pit box and haven't returned to the pit box. Right, so, unbelievably, let's sort our fuel out. Let's see, so 20 minutes, 17 laps should be well enough fuel for 20 minutes of Hockenheim. And as I said, we've got weather, so there are going to be pit stops. Oh, good point. Let's just make sure. Yeah, okay. We want that. We want that. I've already done a preset pit stop for this race. So I'm really looking forward to this. This combination of cars, this track, really seem to work. So here we go at Hockenheim. 30 cars on grid. 100 members on me YouTube account. In fact, at the making of this video, it's 101. Thank you everyone who subscribed and supported me. You know who you are. Cheers. Let's go have some fun. So here we go for 20 minutes of Hockenheim. We're about to go green on the grid. Can we get away nice and safely? Yes, good start. Got an orange car, I think, beside us. There he is in the mirrors there. Got a black and yellow Chevrolet in front of us as we come down to this tight right-hander. Might have braked a little bit too early. Yes, I've let him through on the inside. I've let 2 cars through. No! And we're down into 4th place. There we go. 2nd place not lasting very long at all there. Can we make it up in the slipstream as we come down the parabolica? To the hairpin. I'm going to brake as late as I dare. Oh, around the outside to avoid running into the back of the white, black and red car there. Didn't quite make it round. Let's see what we can do as we approach Mercedes Arena and the grandstand. Faster through the corner there than the white, red and black car. Oh, oh! Locking up a little bit, trying to avoid running into the back of the orange and blue car. The white car behind me ended up on my outside, avoided me very well. Good show from the AI there. Round Mobile corner, getting both of those curbs. Under both sets of outside tyres. Oh, slight slide round sachets, but the banking of sachets keeping us stable. We've got an attack from the white, red and black car on the outside. The action has started straight away here at Hockenheim in Automobilista 2. As we approach Nordkapp for the 2nd time. Oh, going wide, going wide. Took out the DRS sign. And yeah, I've gone over the white lines. That is 1 out of my 3 track cut warnings. Gonna end up with a penalty if we're not careful. I've gone far too deep into the corner. The red, black and white car has taken the opportunity as we come down the parabolica. Back into 4th position. How late can I leave the braking at the hairpin? Try and catch up a little bit. Oh, locking up ever so slightly. You can feel that through the force feedback. Really nicely conveyed as you feel the tyres tugging ever so slightly and then going a bit loose as they suddenly lose grip. Lifting off the brake just at the right time to try and get it back again. We're down the inside. Oh, he's coming tight. We've swapped paint a little bit. He did have the nose, so I'll give that to him, but oh, little bit of paint swapping going on, no damage. Can I get both of these? Oh, too much on the inside. Yeah, we've gone over the white lines. We've got a 2nd track cut warning. 1 more of those and we'll be getting a drive through. So now I'm going to have to be really careful for the entirety of this race. As we come through subcurve, going to use the power to just rotate the back end around a little bit there. Keep up with the car in front, the Toyota. Oh, just give him a touch on the back end. Don't go too wide. Nearly lost it on the curves there. Okay, we've got a nice exit onto the parabolica there, but it's not good enough. We're keeping with the Toyota in front. Actually, it may have been good enough. I think we're getting a tiny little bit of slipstream. Let's leave it as low as we can on the brakes. Down to 1st gear. So when we get straight, we can plant it. There we go. Planted, little bit of wheel spin from the back end. Tiny bit. Would have been a lot worse if I hadn't changed that default setup and lowered the power on the diff. How late can we brake? Into Mercedes. He's still on the outside. He's held it. But we're through. He's just in my back quarter. He's gone slightly wide. We're through. Back into 3rd place. It would be amazing if I could hold 3rd place and actually finish, I think for the first time in any of my videos, on the podium. A little bit wide through sachets there. Coming out wide to use all of that curb. Coming through into the main arena. Oh, just touching the sausage curb on the outside there. Whew. I'm getting hot and sweaty already. I'm gonna use, oh, plenty of curb, but not too much. We stayed on the green stuff. Avoided a track penalty, thank Christ for that. Okay, not too much accelerator as the back end comes around a bit like that. So use all the outside curbing. White, red and black car is having another look at us. He is getting bigger in the mirror. Coming down the inside. He braked very late. I'm just slightly locking up. It's tucking behind him. And he's got out of there. But what a challenge for the AI there. He really left the braking as late as possible. And this time, yeah, I'm not making it through on the inside. The Mercedes, but oh, just slight tap on his back end there. As we approach Mobile Corner, I want to try and use as much curb as possible. Keep the speed up, but not too much. Yes, got both inside and outside curbs there. Getting closer to him here at Sasse's. As we approach Sud curb, we're right on his back bumper. Oh, I had to use the brakes there slightly. He slowed through the apex, but we're still with him. Slightly sideways through Nord's curve there. As we come down to what I like to call Jim Clark corner, because his memorial was moved from its spot on the old track to this corner after Herman Tilke redesigned the Hockenheim circuit. Of course, he used to run through the forestry section, and Jim Clark tragically lost his life through that section in 1968. And that's the rain appearing. That was forecast. Can I get this apex right this time? Yes. We've got a red, yellow and white car coming up. Left it a bit late to change the gears there. That rain is getting thicker. I think it might be time. Oh! Yeah, I think it might be time to schedule a pit stop. One thing I do like about Automobilista 2, the AI, they don't all pit exactly at the same time. Some of them pit earlier. A good bulk of them will pit at the same time, but some of them are earlier, some of them are later. And I think, yeah, let's hit that button now. Right, pit stop requested. Let's get in there. Get the speed limiter on. Don't want to get a penalty in the pits. And I think we're the first car to have come in. Might have got my pit speed limiter on a bit too early there. How are we doing for positions? We're dropping positions like crazy. They're all going past 23rd, 24th, 25th. But they've all got to pit yet. 29th, nearly, we're in last place. Let's get these tyres changed, boys. Do love this animated pit crew. Reminds me of GTR2. Showing my age there if you're old enough to remember GTR2. Tyres are being done. Well, we've got to repair probably from a little bit of that paint swapping we did, and we're off. 21.1 seconds, not the greatest pit stop in the world, but not tragic. And yeah, it's got slippery in those 21 seconds. Oh, braking distances are going to be very much increased. Cold, wet tyres, got to be careful. We've got our lights on. You can see the lights of the other car just going up towards Mercedes there from the other side of the track. As we approach the hairpin, how much early am I going to have to brake for the hairpin? Yeah, I braked at least one board before I usually would. In the dry. Still a bit of sunshine about, but you can see that rain now. It's really fogging up the track. Through Mercedes. Oh, slippery on the back end. Under acceleration. Going to want to be thinking about using our wipers shortly. Through Mobile. A few puddles appearing there. You can aquaplane on those, so definitely a lot trickier under braking and cornering. Track getting properly slippery. Just saw the slightest bit of a dry line there from where the cars have been, but it's not going to stay dry for very long. And I can see quite a few cars have gone into the pits. So let's check our positions. 30th place now as we pass the pits. 29, 24th. I can't look, I'm trying to corner. We're in 19th. 19th position. Got the white car on our inside there. We've gone past, we're taking him. Oh, don't lose it on the exit. Trying to get some purchase down on the parabolica. Rain really coming down heavy now. Still not having to use my wipers though. Mind you, we are very far away from that screen up ahead. Oh! Should have braked a bit earlier. Oh! I've just had a touch from the car there because I was going way out on that corner and then used a bit too much gas. And of course I kind of slid into it. Oh no! Gone horrendously wide. Losing grip as we come up towards Mercedes. I'm going to try and treat these pedals like they're eggshells on my feet now. A lot of spray coming up the car in front. Let's get those wipers going. But we're catching up at Mobile. He slowed down a lot, no wonder, because I was slipping through there. Sachets. Sticking with him, sticking with him. Can we get through on the inside as we approach Simcoe? He's there on the outside. We've taken it very close there. Back end slipping away. But I've got just enough grip to get the power down there. We come to North Curve. Being very mindful of how wet the track is here. We're in 5th position. How on earth did that happen? Oh. See, check that again. We are in fact in 5th position. Looks like we gained a lot of those places back when we went past the pits more than I thought. Braking at the 150-foot board rather than just before the 100-foot board as we were doing in the dry. Really careful through. Oh! No grip at all. As we come out the hairpin there. Oh, I can feel those puddles underneath the car as I go over them. You can hear them, that big puddle there. Oh, slippery over that. Be careful around Sachet, but we are gaining. We are gaining. This car going very slow. Is he going for a pit? He's going into the pits. Obviously, he stayed out on slick tyres. There you go. There's a good example of some of the AI using a completely different strategy to others. Oh! Cutting the corner and just hitting the sausage curb on the inside of Nord's curve there. And the track is really perilously wet now. Can we get some purchase to put the hammer down? We come down to Parabolica. 4th position. 4th position with only 3 minutes, 7 seconds left. Can we get a podium? And I've left the braking far too late, far too late. Use some accelerator to try and spin the car around there, bring it back onto the track. No! We've lost that position that we only just made up. The podium getting further and further out of our grasp. You can hear the puddles there getting much deeper as we splosh through them. Going to try and avoid as much of that big one there as I can. Just try and take him at Mobile. Got to be careful, he's on our outside. Don't want to slide into him. Couldn't quite make it. Getting close to him. Through Sasses. We get him in the main arena. Come on! Come on down the inside. Oh no! I've dived down there, to be fair. He had the nose. That was quite fair of me. But it's just AI, it's not online. Whoa! Sideways moment. There, we're in 4th place. Come on! I'm going to try and remember to be early on these brakes. Lateral grip is getting less and less in the corners. Track absolutely perilous now. Oh! Puddles there tugging the car one way and the other. As we come down to the hairpin, going to brake even earlier this time. And we just managed to nearly get the apex there with that much earlier braking. But the traction on the way out, you can hear the wheels spinning up there, you can hear the engine over revving. As the back tyres struggle to get a footprint on the wet stuff. Oh, that puddle there, causing me a few problems. It's getting bigger and bigger. As we come through Mobile, up to Sachets, I can see 3rd position. But I don't know if we're going to make it. Come on! Just can't get the power down I want to use. And that is the race over. Oh! Oh my word! 4th position. Not quite on the podium, but I think actually I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with that. I think that's the best I've ever done in one of these videos. And the VR stayed tracked as well, which is good. Oh man. I am absolutely... Oh. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed and got me to 100 members. If you've enjoyed or subscribers, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please subscribe. And oh, that was great. Try this combination if you're going to go AI racing. Try it if you're going to be online. This is just great. There's 2020 stock cars in Automobilista 2 at Hockenheim. Cheers, Garfield. Cheers, folks. Thanks for watching.